He said he was just a little sick. They wouldn't let him on a plane. He goes,
off.
It was my idea not to get on the plane.
Yeah, he said he was taking antibiotics for that arm injury of his, where somehow a chandelier busted on his arm while he was shaving.
While he was so drunk.
Really?
That's true. Yeah. Apparently, he was shaving on the ceiling.
Things normally don't happen to sober people.
He was shaving his back, standing on the top of a ladder.
Here's
off in the news.
Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Earl, when you were on remote control, just wondering, what was the question that your buzzer crapped out on?
No, it was like a speed round where I think I'm trying to
just
remember.
One after another?
I used to do speed rounds, and now I'm better.
What game show?
Well, it wasn't one. It's just me by myself and my pain.
I'm trying to think. It was just the category was homicide.
Was it a category or a scategory?
No, it wasn't a skit. It was homicide.
Yeah, they had those, right? You have to get up and draw a picture?
It was like
it was inside Tina Yothers?
Yes, that was actual.
By the way, she's on Celebrity Fat Club this time.
Oh, no.
Now, remember she did our show a couple years ago?
Yeah, with her.
She wasn't big, right?
No, she was not big.
She's big.
It's not really Celebrity Fat Club, right? It's Fit Club?
Yeah.
Because I can't tell anymore. They could have been like the next round. Or like,
and it's the Snapple Lady on for her fourth try?
I don't know about Snapple Lady. There is a chick that used to be on Baywatch and used to be a Playmate that used to be phenomenally hot. What's her name?
Was that Yasmin Bleeth?
No.
No, that
hotter.
would really be depressing if she was on Celebrity Fit Club.
I'm gonna try to figure out this girl's name, and she got real.
Kelly LeBrock?
What's that?
Kelly LeBrock?
No. Kelly LeBrock is a little before that time. This girl's got like a long name. If I'll even throw out a prize if somebody knows it. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
Sweet.
She did some like Shore Patrol movie years ago.
Erica Eleniak?
That's her.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, pick up a prize for yourself.
Sorry, people out there. I just stole you.
She got really big. Earl.
I got so excited that I knew it. I had to yell it out.
Now, remember what a hot movie that was? She was in that? She was phenomenal.
She was in the Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah, where she popped out of the cake or something.
Out of the cake or something like that. Yeah.
So she was great, and I think they said, I don't know, she had a kid. She topped out at 203.
203.
Yeah, which is nice for a fullback, but we're talking about a Playmate right now.
Most of that was supposed to be baby.
That's what I weighed.
Mainly baby, yeah. It was an 85-pound baby. So I saw her on like one of the Entertainment Tonight shows, just sobbing up a storm, like, you got to do something. I don't know, that show was too depressing for me.
Do something, but don't go on TV first.
Right.
Take care of it before you...
Yeah.
They all go on saying they have to do something, and then they hate doing it there.
Well, see, here's the thing, Ben, I worry about you. There's got to be something addictive about TV that once you've been on it, you've got to get back on.
I know stand-up is that way. I don't know if I've done enough TV to really,
Yeah.
I mean, now I've done it pretty regular for the last 6 months.
But I mean, some of these people, they were in legitimate shows, and now, what do you want them to do to go back on TV? What do they have to embarrass themselves with? Yeah. They'll do it. They'll fucking do it.
Seems like they will, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you were on TV. You understand. I mean, you did a big show.
I know stand-up is like a... sorry, Earl, to jump in on that question. Your buzzer's not working again.
Yeah, we know it.
Stand-up kind of fills like this need, this void.
You've got to do it.
You've got to do it, yeah. Especially after you've been doing it for a long time. It's like, all right, I got to do a set or I'm going to go
You need
crazy.
The love of strangers. This is what you need all the time. Love me.
And, yeah, it's true.
Hey, Philip, you're on Fez.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah.
Ben, do you ever get people ever mistake you for a micro over dirty jobs?
No one's ever mistaken me for them, but people tell me that I have similar mannerisms. I've had people say you and Mike Rowe are kind of similar.
And you're hosting Shark Week. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
no,
usually
that's Mike Rowe.
They think I'm him when I'm cleaning out a gutter. Or,
when you're cleaning out the cab.
When I'm down in the sewer.
Hey, Matt, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Ben Bailey, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you, man.
I just wanted to ask, I read an interview with you on Cringe Humor where you beat up 5 Mexicans in a comedy club, like 5 thugs in a bathroom.
I got jumped by some guys in a bathroom, yeah.
And where, Mexico?
No, here in New York in a little bar called the Bag It Inn. which is normally that kind of thing doesn't happen there. So if you're going to the Bag It In, don't change your plans.
You'll be fine.
It's a great little bar. Yeah, I got jumped by some guys in a bathroom, and there was 5 of them and 1 of me, and I came out okay.
Really?
Yeah. So and then it just grew into myth and
lore.
Legend.
Now there it is.
Yeah. Now I fought off a whole army of.
There was once a man named Ben Bailey.
Oh, Ben Bailey. He had arms like kegs.
There is this crazy thread, I think, on Cringe Humor that's like all like ridiculous exaggerations of it.
Just blowing up bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Goes
Like
off.
I fought off attacking aliens with my cock.
Here's Bob. Bob, you're on a Fez. Say hi to Ben Bailey.
Bobby!
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How are you, man?
Hey, I just wanted to call and give you guys a great compliment, man. This is awesome. You guys got Ben Bailey on the day. You got Mike Rowe on the other day. Screw Tom Cruise, man. You got some good guests on this week.
And now,
thanks, man. That's a nice thing to say.
The only reason why we got Ben is that we went to the same diner that he was at, and then, like an idiot, like a girl, I screamed "cash cab" at the top of my lungs. I was literally, I swear to God, if it was De Niro, I wouldn't have been as fucking hot because I've been getting into this show. Watching it twice a day. Fez and I would look out for it and talk about it all the time. And I had already talked about it on the show, on here. So to actually bump into you was a very bizarre thing.
It all show business all happens at Burger Heaven, man.
Yeah.
Because I check out any minivan cab to see if it's Ben Bailey inside, or anytime I see a white cab driver.
Right.
I try to see if that's Ben. Because that's probably the easier thing to look for.
Now,
it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
They thought I was the teacher when I showed up for taxi school.
And the other odd thing is, like, we were just looking for your cab that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every time that we see one of the bigger cabs, we're like, is that it?
Is that it?
Always throw an arm out because we've always wanted to do the show.
People come in from other parts of the country. And
looking for a cash cab?
Looking for the cab,
Yeah.
And they can't believe it when they see us, They're like, oh, my God, we found it. It's like, well, there's a lot of people in Manhattan, but it really isn't that big of an area.
That is the strange thing.
On the ground, if you're out there and we're driving all over the city, there's not that much ground to cover.
Yeah, it isn't like going to L.A. where you're like, well, here's where this star's house is. It's all within a couple of miles when you're
2
in Manhattan.
miles wide at the widest point, right? And 10 miles up and down. So
here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of echo what he was just saying. There's my fiance watches the show, and I watch the show as well, and we absolutely love the show.
Thank you.
The problem that I run into is that she wants to actually go to New York City and try and find the cash cab, and I tried to explain to her many, many times. There's about 3 million cabs in the city of New York.
There are 13,000 cabs in New York City.
No, have you guys ever come to New York?
No, she has been there. I've never been there before, so...
Oh, you guys should come.
Yeah, it'd be well worth it for the opportunity. And then, Ben, maybe you could run some, like, fantasy week for cash cab people.
Oh, that'd be
fun.
Where,
you just pick them up at the airport, you do a couple of questions, and then they pay you.
Yeah, like at corporate events.
Yes, exactly.
Book the cash cab, I'll drive them around in the parking lot.
Now, do you do a lot of corporate events when you don't stand up?
I do a fair amount.
What's that like? Is it...
It's a little... sometimes it can be great
because the audience all knows each other.
It's always a little bit weird leading up to the show because you're not sure how it's going to be, and they usually have things that they don't want you to say.
Right.
Don't say this. Don't say that.
Don't say Pepsi.
Don't say Pepsi. Don't. Yeah.
We hate that.
Sometimes it is. It's like here's the words you can't say fuck, shit, pussy, cock, or Coca-Cola.
Right.
Like because whatever the company might be. But it's a little nerve-wracking at a time because it's just a different scenario. People seem to think you can grab stand-up out of the club and just put it anywhere.
Right.
It'll be fine. But it's like, no, the club and the lights and the layout, that's all set up.
Doesn't always work as a picnic.
Yeah. But usually it's good.
Or do they ever get in that thing where, here's a guy I want you to pick on. Henderson in accounts payable.
Yeah. Dude, Henderson in accounts payable, what a dick.
Give it to him.
Everybody knows.
Let him have
it's
it.
always Henderson.
Dude, talk about last year at the Christmas party, he shit his pants. Nobody has forgotten it.
Oh, and Ben, one more thing, just to let everybody know that we did hit our sales that we were looking for. So this is going to be a great month for everyone. Not all that.
Yeah. Could you mention the the fact that we've broken these records. But usually there'll be another guy who's like hosting the show,
right?
Or two guys that work at the company.
The funny guys at the company.
Guys,
yeah,
you know,
they should have your job.
Yeah, that's what they think. And they come over and they're like, "Hey, we were thinking maybe we could do a couple of things together."
The all-time MCs, no matter what's going on.
Yeah,
the three-legged race at the picnic, they're hosting it.
Let's get Watley. He's great.
I gotta warn you, Bill and I, we get a little blue sometimes.
That's so fucking uncomfortable and true.
It's really awkward.
All right, Ben Bailey's from Cash Cab. Here's Ricky. Ricky, you're on the air. Ricky, go ahead, bud.
Huge fan, Ben. Huge fan.
Thanks, Ricky. How are you, man?
Listen, I'm curious if you ever went past 96th Street, up to Harlem.
No cab will.
Where's that?
Harlem Week does start this weekend.
Bill, you're breaking up. I'm not sure what. No, yeah, we've been up there. We've gone up there a bunch of times.
And just handed out money without even doing questions. Here you go. Here's 1,000. Earl, what's the further... first of all, we've gone out at night with Earl, and it's the most bizarre thing where we'll have to go, Earl, stand back 10 feet or the cabs won't stop for us. They will go by. And it's 2006.
Stand back 10 feet.
And then here's
Put down the machete.
This is what kills me, Earl. These aren't white cab drivers driving by. These are normally some kind of brown people who have been here for less than a year, and they get here and immediately feel superior to Earl.
I remember that one time we were leaving NEW and it was pouring rain out.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, stand under the awning so you don't get wet. I'll go hail the cab. Came back completely drenched. I'm like, you're on your own.
Give up.
And normally, I mean, if it's late at night, the cabs will come up on the sidewalk after you. They'll blow off people at 5, but if you're out 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, do you have money? I will take you anywhere. I'll help you bury a body. And still they'll bypass Earl.
Easily it's just this thing that happened. It happened to us a couple of weeks ago when we tried to hail a cab, and then I went, you know what, I think you guys should do it.
Yeah, we always make him stand back, turn his back, and then when they pull over, we go, and there's one extra guy. No, this is going to shock you.
We got this guy. No.
He's black.
Not you, get out.
But I guarantee you we're all safe here. Nothing will happen. What did you and Ben did a thing one time? You did a little experiment, Earl.
Yeah, Danny Glover had complained that he couldn't get a cab, so we went on to 56th and 8th.
Oh, I heard about this.
So we go on to 56th and 8th, and I was standing on 56th, and Ben was standing on 58th. I hail a cab. He completely blows by me, even though it was empty and there was no one around. Ben hails the cab on 58th. Same guy. He gets the cab, and they took him uptown. I was just like, are you kidding me? And I was, and Ben dresses like a frat guy, and I was pretty much wearing what I'm wearing now, and he got the cab and I didn't.
We should have you go out and then a guy with a rifle and see who gets picked up first.
The rifle guy will get it.
Just see how far it can go.
Just a guy with an axe.
Rifle guy who could be in Florida.
A prop head.
Holding the severed head. Taxi, yes, where to? There's Earl in a suit, waving, nothing.
I would pick you up, man. I would totally pick you up.
No, you'd get killed. It would be the worst thing you ever did.
You wouldn't be able to play the game, but I'd pick you up.
And I don't think they're worried about being killed. I think they're worried about being stiffed.
About getting robbed,
just him taking off as soon as he gets to where he's going.
That and for some reason there's this perception that black people don't tip in cabs either.
Well, they don't tip in restaurants, right?
Well, no, they don't.
Why would they have to be moving to do it?
And I know for a fact when they roll a joint, it's as thin as you could possibly get. So I don't know where this comes from, but you're really, really trying to come up with a new attitude. Earl, the other thing is, if you're up like on 125th Street, there's not even a cab that goes by to pick people up.
Well, there's more gypsy cabs up there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, like town cars. Guys have town cars, and you get in, you haggle.
Oh, is that where you go with
it? Yeah, I got to go down to 57th and 6th Avenue. How much is that going to be?
How about 8? I'm going to go $8.
$8? No way.
I never like to haggle.
Those guys, because it used to be illegal for the guys in the town cars to just kind of solicit rides, but now they can.
I didn't know that.
So they
switched it.
They're all over it. If you can't get a cab at 1 in the morning, the guys will pull up. Where are you going?
Well, we were in a thing a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, where they were killing those town car guys, right, one after another.
Just shooting them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
And really? I don't know why it was happening. A lot of it would be in the BX, and I don't know what the hell went down, but it just seemed like it was happening all the time.
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7 guys got shot within like a 2-week period.
And they were all those town car guys.
Yeah, all town car guys.
You know, it's about time. Those guys have really had it coming.
Somebody's got to break it down for them.